Okay, good morning and welcome everybody. My name's Donna. I'm the owner and founder of Riverside Beads, and I am honoured to be welcoming Chloe today. So morning, Chloe.
Morning, thank you for having me. Lovely to see you again as well.
So you're becoming a regular for us with our bead box and projects. So Chloe is the owner and founder of Pink Hops, which is a very talented brand she's created, isn't it? And you specialise, would you say, in bead weaving? That's how you
definitely. I love bead weaving. I struggle with stringing. I do it, but I'm definitely my love and my technical skill is in the bead weaving. I just love bringing all the tiny beads together and being able to combine colours. It just makes me happy.
Colour's definitely your thing. I think we're getting that vibe with mine, white walls and your beautiful colour background there.
I do love colour, and I have kind of ended up getting a bit of a name for myself with combining bright colours. But yeah, so for me, it's bead weaving. So I teach, I create patterns and kits, and I collaborate with lovely people like you. So
yeah, which is amazing, and we always kind of between us construct something we might like to do, but we've ended up doing what wasn't ever planned to be a series of things, haven't we? So, which I rather quite like, because the things that we've done have been bead weaving, but they're covering very practical things. So things like we've done tape measure covers and a beaded pen cover. So these things actually become really useful. I have my tape measure literally.
Excellent.
Because it's practical and I need a tape measure by my computer, and then it's like, oh, I've got a pretty beaded tape measure. So
I'm a firm believer in why have boring when you can have beaded. So
exactly. Yes, that is definitely your motive. I've known you for many years. I dread to imagine. Any idea how many years we knew each other? Can you clock back to the magazine?
15, maybe? I think maybe 14, something like that. Yeah.
It's been a long time, and always a pleasure. We don't obviously see each other as much now, because we used to do the shows and things, and
I do miss the shows, just being able to go and catch up with people.
I said this the other day. At first, it was nice not to do them for COVID in a little while, and then I have sort of missed them. So I'm going back to doing a few small ones locally, just to help remind everybody of our lovely bead shop that we've got here. Well, bead and craft we have. That's what's fab. But with yourself, I do tend to only work on the beading side of it. So this is Riverside Bead Box, and this is we've been collabing really mainly on these. You have talked with us in the past that have probably before I had this was when you did the
I think a long time ago I did the classes, and then we did the blooming earrings as well, didn't we? The kits.
Yeah, they're still lovely. We still have those kind of as a line, because I really like them, and they're different to anything that we've got as such. So I like to just keep them. They're just poodle if anyone wants them, and you do a fab range of patterns as well. So if anyone particularly enjoys this style and really wants to expand in your way, you've got that available.
Yeah, I've got loads of beginner patterns as well. So and not just pens and tape measures. I do all sorts of jewelry and accessories and kind of anything really. I just sometimes think it's nice to have the accessories, because you run out of things to you got too much to wear.
I'm wearing such a simple piece. I feel like I should have gone for something more detailed today.
I love how we accidentally matched our outfits as well.
Colours, I know. But the teal and the pink are really nice colours together. So if you're ever designing, guys, they're lovely colours to pop together anyway. So actually this is quite a tame project for you in terms of colours, but it just works perfectly. We love it. And this is this month's bead box, and I haven't got a camera I can show you overhead this time, but I wanted to introduce Chloe to you all. So with Riverside Bead Box, it's a monthly subscription box. It's £20 per month, and you get a project. It's an exclusive brand new design project that we always launch to our members. So Chloe's kindly created this one for us. Sometimes they're designed in-house by our experts and myself, and sometimes we collab with not only a few people really. It's only 12 months in a year. You wouldn't believe, that's not a revelation to anyone, but you wouldn't believe how quick I kind of go. So we kind of got one more month, and then we're on a Christmas box, and you just go, God, there goes another year, So I don't have time to massively fit in anymore, but I'm sure you and I will talk about something again for the future.
Well, I'm honoured to have been squeezed in then. It's an honour.
Yeah, no, it's amazing. So this month's bead box is a tape. No, it's not. I'm looking at my tape measure. This is a needle case holder. So with Riverside Bead Box, what you get, I normally have an overhead camera to show this, guys, so excuse me trying to do it mid-air. You will get everything you need in terms of the materials, in terms of the bead selection. So this one gets a bit complex when you start talking bead weaving. So we've done everything into individual packets. Everything has got a very handy code on it, which correlates with the pattern that Chloe has created. The quantity plus some that you're going to need. So really, it's Chloe, the way bead weaving works, particularly when you get to some of these, Chloe will put the count of the beads you need, and then we've kind of gone double or triple that, just because it's like some of them, I think they were 10 or something, so you literally might need 10 of this bead, but we've given you a few extras. And then what Chloe's also done is some really cute, so it's the needle case, which is this here. You get a case in there. You will need a beading thread and needle. I typically am a bit of a Nymo girl, just seems to be my go-to, but we do have KO as well, which is a popular thread choice for this sort of thing. I don't think you'd be looking at wanting to do wildfire and things, would you? It's going to get too thick.
Well, I personally am not a fan of wildfire, but I know a lot of my customers really prefer wildfire and fireline. I think it does make it.
We'll be going through it too many times to do that.
Yeah, I mean, they're delicas. There's no 15s in this particular one, so you'd probably be okay. But I personally think you get a much nicer finish with a KO or even a Nymo with this one. Wildfire can be tricky to get the tension, and you can't really pull it as tight. I haven't used wildfire in years, but I know it's very similar to fireline, so I tend to use those when I have to. Like if I'm using crystals, something that's going to possibly break, then I will use fireline. But for peyote, I really prefer a more supple thread, like the ones you've mentioned.
It's interesting because when I talk to people about different threads, and sometimes you need a choice, sometimes it's worth having a wildfire in your kit for an occasional project, and then just having a couple of colours of Nymo and maybe some KO or something. But I don't want to put beginners off to think they have to buy a whole load of equipment. There's a roller Nymo, which is just this stuff. I think they're like £2.50, something like that, and they will last you copious projects. If you go wrong, you chop them off, and it's not too expensive.
Exactly. But if you do something some people do struggle with is splitting their thread with Nymo. So what you can do is just run it through some wax, like a synthetic wax. Something, if you haven't got, again, you don't have to buy expensive equipment. Get a tea light candle from home. That does the same job. And then that will help keep the threads together. So you're going to get less knots and it won't split as much.
Yeah, so that's just our members. We ask them to buy the basic equipment, which will be a needle and thread and some pliers on the whole. Generally, you might need some glue for some projects, but for this, it's simply a needle and thread, isn't it?
Yeah.
The only thing is our bonus projects that's included does need the kind of pliers. Isn't it cute? Have you seen this yet? Well, you probably haven't revealed it yet. So this is I've kept with the bead and the bird theme, and it's got a little enamel charm and it's super cute. So that's a bag charm as well. So you're getting a whole load of stuff. But in the project, Chloe's included some little mini sort of brick stitch charms, haven't you, as well, which is so cute. So this is just a quick reveal, but Chloe's got them on her mat there. If you're a member, you also get a tutorial, which Chloe and myself will be nipping over to do. So we'll just do those that are not members, a little preview of it in case you're thinking of buying this as a one-off kit, which is always an option.
So you've got loads of basic needles in there. I thought I'd just put that while you were chatting because I thought that was handy.
Please show what's included in terms of what they'll be making.
Yeah, so you've got all the beads, as Donna mentioned, all the beads needed to make this and the needle case. My instructions are in there. They're really, they've been thoroughly tested, which is something I always like to mention.
They had a lot of testing this time, which was lovely. It was great.
Yeah, and you guys dived in as well. So it's, I always get, I always pride myself on my projects being carefully checked, and particularly one like this that's going out to a lot of people. It's been thoroughly tested. So it's suitable for someone who's very new to bead weaving, and there are instructions included, including 2 video links to a private video for you guys to watch, which give you instructions on peyote in the round if you've not done that before, which is what is needed to create this, because you work it around the needle case and it builds up in a circular motion. So if you've not done any peyote stitch before, don't be put off, because there are instructions included for all of that, as videos as well as the written instructions as well. So it's pretty comprehensive.
Yeah, that is super helpful for us. So thank you.
And then this is the little scissor charm that Donna was mentioning. Where you've got enough beads to make those, and then you just need to get yourself a little dangle to stick them onto, but that's brick stitch, a slightly different stitch, but again, you've got the instructions in there, and these are a great beginner project. If you've never done any bead weaving before, they're a really good place to start.
And I think they're really cute. You may not have the materials to make earrings and necklace sets and things, but actually cute little earrings, and you know, or make your own charm and put it onto a bag charm like the other project that's in here. So the little things, we call them mobile phone loops, I think, on our website. So if you're trying to get some of those to particularly attach it to your scissors or something, then that's what you'd need to look for.
And I think the robins would make really cute little Christmas earrings, just a robin on each ear.
Yeah, super cute. So that's our we call it our reveal. So that is for non-members. If you're interested, Riverside Bead Box is available as a monthly subscription. That's £20 a month if you're a member. You can cancel any time, so you could dip in for a couple of months, see how you feel. But each project varies, so it's thank you, Chloe, as if by magic, some graphics will appear. And this will give you a different project. So we cover anything from Chloe's detest of just general bead stringing, but nice and simple. Nice simple makes to make. We've covered kamahimo and macrame and various bead weaving. Bead weaving is a great one to keep dipping into, and there's so many different styles and stitches that you can do, and lots of different effects, so we regularly dip into that. We then cover seasonal projects and Christmas and things. So yeah, a couple of months we're getting our first Christmas project, which I know our members always look forward to. I think we're getting a bit on 5 years, I think, now, so we're getting a bit of a theme. People are getting an idea of what's coming in that first Christmas one.
It's nice to have that inspiration delivered to your door. I think sometimes we get a bit stuck in a rut, don't we? So it's nice to be just told, like, this is what you're making this month, and then kind of gets the creative juices flowing, I think, which is nice. And it's a nice way to introduce new techniques and that you might not have tried before as well.
And I always say that, I value how much £20 is, but in the same respect, it's also a lower budget than some to get all these kind of different techniques and to try all these different things. We've got a lovely community group, which is where we'll be heading in a moment to help our members to just go through some of the specifics. And then it sort of is available as that one-off kit as well. So thank you to all of you that have been watching who are watching as a non-member. It's available as a one-off purchase at £24.95. We have fairly limited stock of this one again. We had a few last-minute members join, which is just wonderful. And so they get the priority over the boxes, but we do still have some stock of it. So I've popped that on the website, and Chloe's popped a little link for you. Well, it's not a link, is it? It's just
No, but just reminds you.
Yeah, to where to get it. So... And then those of you that are members, which a lot of people that will be joining us will be members anyway, when they watch this reveal, they will come over to our group in a minute. So we'll get ourselves switched over, and those of you that are members pop over too. Those of you that are not, do feel free to join us. Anytime you join now within the month, you will get August box with our other members. So we have a capacity to take a few new members each month, and then any that are available we sell in this way to non-members. So I think that's everything I need to tell these guys, and Chloe and I will pop over to the other group for you.
Lovely. Thanks for having me. Nice to see you all, and happy beading.
Thank you. Bye.